During Rama Pattabhishekam, Lord Shiva is attending. And he also sings a stotra to Rama. In the Hari Ananta Hari Katha Ananta, the story of Rama is infinite. Rama is infinite. So other than the tradition of the main Manasa or the main Kampa Ramayanam or the main Valmiki Ramayanam or the main Ramayana of any other language, there will be countless other stories which will be either because of Sthala Purana or because of some play tradition, etc. Village story, everywhere. So even during the wedding of Rama, in the North Indian tradition, when Kamadeva becomes the horse on which Rama sits for the Bharat, I think that part appears in Manas itself. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. But he becomes a horse and Rama is sitting and he's so beautiful. That Lord Shiva, who is attending the marriage, or maybe seeing in the sky or whatever, apparently is so enamored by the sight of Rama sitting on Kamadeva, the horse, that he opens all 15 eyes. And Ravana, who is also attending, says nothing. He's got 20 eyes. He beats Shiva there. So now coming to Pattabhishekam, Shiva attends the Pattabhishekam and then he sings a stotra to Rama. We start with a small part of that and then we'll continue. It is in the sense what then continues. This is the Pattabhishekam itself and Shiva sings. Munimanasa Pankaja Bhranga Bhaje Prabhubir Marana Dhiraji Tava Nama Japami Namami Hari Bhavaroga Magada Manari Gunashila Krupa Paramayatanam Pranamami Nirantara Shri Ramanam Raghunanda Nikandana Dvandvaganam Mahipal Vilokaya Dina Janam Manimanasa Pankaja Bhranga Bhaji. I offer worship to the bee who is in the lotus heart of sages, says Shiva. I offer my stotra to Raghubir, who is a Maharanadhir, the great warrior. O Lord, O Rama, your name I chant and I bow to you. You are the medicine for the disease of Bhavaroga and for the disease of pride. You are the abode of all good qualities and compassion. I bow constantly Pranamami Nirantara Sri Ramanam. O Raghunanda, the delight of Raghus, remove the Dvandva Ghanam, the dense duality. O Lord of men, O Lord of earth, Mahipala, O Lord of earth, Vilokaya Deenajanam, cast your eyes. all the Dina Jana. Says Shiva. He includes himself there. In Rama Bhujangam, Sri Adi Shankara says that in Kashi, Shiva walks from dead body to dead body in the ghats and chants the name of, imparts the name of Rama in the ear of the dead and the dying, and it liberates. Idhavarnayan karna mulenta kale shivo Rama rameti kashya. Tadekam param tarakam brahma rupam bhajeham. Tadekam param tarakam brahma rupam Sri Ramam bhajeham. Says Adi Shankar. So here is Sri Rama. We directly go from the point we left last time. He is sitting in a Simhasana. He is drenched with the waters of coronation, which becomes Ganga by his touch. Kamban says he is looking like an emerald mountain on which red lotuses have bloomed, which is drenched with Ganga. Drenched by the river Ganga. Who is drenched by the river Ganga? It is Murugan. Gangeya. This is drenched by the river Ganga, and next to him Sita, who is sitting there looking like a peacock, with her eyes looking like the veil. All those who witnessed the extraordinary beauty of Brahma were straightaway relieved from the ailment of rebirth. And as we said last time, our ancestor then went and gave the crown to Vasishtha to put it on Sri Rama. Brahmana nirvidam purvam kiritam ratna shobhitam abhishikta purayena manustam dikta tejasam. This crown had been manufactured, made, constructed by Brahma when he made creation. Which was beautiful. It was dazzling with ratnas, and it was first crowned on Manu. And after that, in the dynasty Kramat, Tasma Tasyanvaye Rajana Kramadena Visheshita Sabhayam Hemaguptayam Shobhitayam Mahadhanai Ratnai Nana Vidai Chaiva Chittidayam Shobhanai Nana Ratnamai Pite Kalpayitva Yathavidhi Kiritena Tada Paschad Vishthena Mahatmana Ritik Vibhushnai Chaiva Thamayukshavaragava. So that crown, which had been first crowned on Manu and thereafter in Krama, king after king of Ikshvakukula dynasty, it had been placed on their head during the coronation. The crown is stored it represents the king. So it is stored in a royal hall, a treasury kind of a hall, golden hall. That hall itself is like pricelessly adorned with all kinds of jewelry. In that hall there is a throne, a golden throne, encrusted again with all kinds of dazzling jewelry, which is the throne on which the crown is kept. That crown is then taken by Vasishtha and then placed on the head of Sri Rama. Kamban says when the crown was placed on the head of Sri Rama, the excitement was so much among all the people assembled there. The three worlds felt as if each one of them was crowned.
Yeah.
Chatram tasya nagraha shatrugna panduram shubham shvedam savyala bhajanam subhivo manareshwara aparam janda sankasham rakshasindro bhishana. Shatrugna was holding aloft the white umbrella, the royal umbrella. Sugriva was holding a chamara, white, and the other moon-like white chamara was being held by the king of Rakshasas, Rakshasindra Vibhishana. Kamban says Hanuman was guarding the throne. Angada was standing with the royal sword in his hand. Sita was sitting majestically by Rama's side. And in Kamban it is Lakshmana and Shatrugna who wave the chowdis. And Bharata holds the umbrella. So the main function is done. The Abhishekam is done. The crowning has been done. Like in a marriage, the Trimangalyam has been done and the Saptapadi has been done. So it's formally done. Then the presents will start. Malam Jalantim Vapusha Kanchanim Shatapushkaram Ragavaya Dadau Vayur Vasavela Prachodita. Indra had sent the gift to be handed over by Vayu Bhagavan. It was a shining garland of gold. Malam Jvalanti, burning. Kanchanim Shatapushkaram, which had 100 golden lotuses. To Vayu Bhagavan, it was given to Sri Rama. Along with Sarvaratna Samayuttam Manibhiccha Vibhoshinam Muktaram Narendraya Tato Shakra Prachodita. Indra had also, Vayu Bhagavan gave on behalf of Indra a rope of pearl, a beautiful rope of pearl. And precious stones, all of that. And as this gift was being done, given on behalf of Indra, as the Vayu Bhagavan gave this, the Apsaras were dancing, the Gandharvas were singing, all that was happening. It was a moment. At that moment when this gift, it's all the complete works. The Vayu Bhagavan giving this incredible gift, the Apsaras dancing, the Gandharvas singing, and the trees immediately at that time, automatically they are all flowering. Bhumi sasyavati jaiva phalavantascha padapa gandhavanti ja pushpani. The flowers started wafting in fragrance. Bahu Ragavotsave. All this happened at the high festival of Rama being coronated. Ragavotsava. So one main gift was given, and that was given by Indra from Valmiki. He doesn't talk about others giving, he says Indra's. So when Indra gives, then others don't give. You look foolish. So he give. So and then Rama, see, he has to give gifts in return. So he is giving now. He gifted 100,000 horses.
Situation.
100,000 horses Rama gave to the twice born. He gave 100,000 cows which had just calved. And he gave 100 bulls. He gifted 30 crores of gold. Ornaments, expensive clothes, all of that he gave. And then he gifted Sugriva with a garland of gold, just shining like 1,000 suns with its many gems. He gave that to Sugriva. And then he gave Angada with great affection, it seems. He gave Angada armlets, which are picturesquely set with lapis lazuli and diamonds and other gems. He gave that. Manipravarajushtam cha muktahara manuttamam sitaye pradadau rama chandrarashmi samuprabham arade vasasi devye shubhanya bharanani cha. Then that rope of pearls which Indra had given and which Vaibhavan had presented on behalf of Indra to Rama, he gave that to Sita. And along with that, Rama also gave Arade Vasasi Divye. He gave her 2 dresses, spotless, and which will never soil. 2 divine dresses, which will never soil. He gave her. And he gave her Shubhani, Abharanani, many auspicious ornaments, jewels, etc. He put it for her. He just didn't give it in her hand. He put it for the pearl garland. Avekshamana Vaidehi Pradavayusurave Avamuchyamatmana Atmanah Kantadharam Janakanandini Avekshadhari Sarvam Bhartaram Samuhu. Janakanandini, the delight of Janaka, Sita, with that pearl rope around her neck, there was a thought running in her mind that she wanted to give it to Hanuman. So she, Avamuchyam Atmanah Kantha, she unhooked it. And she ran her eyes across all the apes were there. And at Rama, again and again. She turned her eyes to the apes, and again at Rama, and again at Rama. 2-3 times she did. Tavingidangya Samprekshya Babhashe Janakatmaja Prade Subhage Haram Yastaturtasi Bhamini. Rama understood her. Ingitanya. What? Kanjare. I can never understand. Life. Rama understood. He understood that. And he told her, Bhamini, give it to all you are happy with. Tushtasi. Atasavaya putraya tamharam asidekshana. So she gave it to. She of Asitekshana, beautiful dark eyes. She gave the white robe of pearls to the son of Hanuman. And which Hanuman? Tejo Didiryasho Dakshyam Samarthyam Vinayodeha Paurusham Vikramo Buddhiryasmin Netari Nityana. In whom always, constantly, eternally dwell Tejo, sharpness, dhriti, firmness, yasho, fame, dakshyam, dexterity, samarthyam, capability, vinayo, humility, nayaha, prudence, polity, paurusham, great manliness, vikramo, valor, buddhi, intelligence, or etani sarvada, nityada. To him, she gave that rope of pearls. She probably put it on him.